All right, so graphing a linear inequality with two variables. So step one is to solve for the y by putting it into slope-intercept form. Remember, anytime we deal with inequalities, changing the sign if you multiply or divide by a negative number. Okay. And then we're going to graph using slope and y-intercept just like we normally would. And then when we graph it, it's a solid line if the inequality has a greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, and it's a dashed line if it's just a normal inequality symbol. Then you're going to shade above the line if it's greater than, and you're going to shade below the line if it's less than. So why is my pen not working? Hold on. There we go. Okay, so here's the example I'm going to do for you guys. I have x plus 2y is greater than 2, and I'm going to make this into slope-intercept form first. So that means y, inequality symbol, slope, or x plus my y-intercept. So I'm going to start by moving the x to the other side so that y is by itself. These x's cancel, and I'm left with 2y on the left is greater than negative x plus 2. Now I want to get the y completely by itself, so I'm going to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division, to get rid of this 2. What I do to one side of the equation, I must do to the other. These cancel, and I'm left with y. It's not a good y. Is greater than, and then negative x divided by 2. Remember, there's a 1 in front of it. So it's really negative 1/2 x. And then 2 divided by 2 gives me 1. So I have y is greater than negative 1/2 x plus 1. So now I'm going to go over and graph this on my coordinate plane. So it is going to be a dashed line because it's just a normal inequality symbol. So when I go to connect my dots, I'm going to use a dashed line. So I'm going to plot my first point at positive 1. And then it's a negative slope, so I know it will go this way. And so I'm going to go down 1 and over 2, down 1 and over 2, down 1 and over 2. Now I'm going to connect my dots with a dashed line. Go all the way up. So there's my line. Now I need to decide if I'm going to shade above the line or below the line. So it's if I come back here and look at this one, if it is a greater than symbol, I'm going to shade above the line. So this is a greater than symbol, so that means I'm going to shade above the line. So when you guys are doing the assignment, it's going to be on Jamboard. You can pick any color. And I like to use the highlighter tool because it makes it a little bit bigger. And then you just shade it in just like that. So for your assignment today, you're going to need to first graph your line. And then you're going to get points based on if your line is correct. So if it's shaded or solid. And then if you, where you color it in, if you colored it in the right or wrong spot. So there's 8 problems for you to do today. It is on Jamboard. It's assignment 5.6 in the Google Classroom. So you have the rest of today to work on that. If you have any questions, let me know.